Hey YouTube, how you doing? Destroyer here, bringing you another beginner's guide video. And in this beginner's guide, I'm gonna do such as I did in 5v5 Rift and 3v3 Border. I'm gonna kinda give you an overview of our suggestions of where to place wards. Now in this level, one of my favorite characters to play is Ant because she automatically has ward. Her little ant sentries, which is this skill right here. And you have to have this skill initiated to use them. But I like her the most, so I'm going to use her wards typically the most. But first off, if you're playing a tank hero, I like you to use Born Rich on this level, or I like to at least. So when I start out, either I'll get a healing spice and want a ward, or I'll buy 2 wards. And the reason I do this with my tanks and train is because there is points in time that you use it, and typically in the beginning of the game you'll notice that, or in level or in 10k matches, people will either fight here around this tower, or people will fight in the middle. So it's good to ward these bushes on each side of where Bask is going to be, and it's also good to ward him as well. So if you put wards in these places, it's very good because people travel all the time through this area to get back and forth, right? So they travel to jump the lanes. And this is a very good crossing point. Except if they're going through green portal, which ports to here, or if they're going through red portal, which ports up to her. But either way, they're eventually going to cross here. So it's very good to use one of those wards maybe in the beginning around Mogul. If it was me, I usually throw an ant sentry here, and if somebody's crossing, I'll typically blow it up real quick to get Mogul agitated at them, or Bask, I'm sorry, agitated at them, so maybe I could get a kill from it. But, oh, he's mad at me now. But anyways, those are a couple places I suggest. Now, if you're having a very close match, and you see that, oh man, they're always getting this. Well, I want to set up for a team gank up here. So I would put a ward here, or put a ward in this corner of the bush. And the reason I suggest that is because if I go back through portal, if you notice, you can still see almost where Herc is, and you also get that bush covered. So this allows you the more ability of sight to see if you can come in and get a team, or get a gank there for the team. Also, I suggest if and this typically happens in the beginning of the game, but if you're putting a lot of pressure on this tower right here, let me try to get rid of these creeps. If you're putting a lot of pressure on this tower and all the teams start trying to come over, I suggest putting a ward right here. Or if not, if you have a cat or a horse, or somebody who has the ability to jump walls over pretty frequently, you could put a ward here to inside their base. And the only reason I suggest putting it here and not right here or something is because if you notice, tower can see it, so tower can see invisible things. Same thing with this side, so I suggest putting one there. Basically any cloud is good, but say after first tower is gone, which it's about to be on this side, I suggest putting, a ward in this bush. Or if the enemy is using this bush more, I suggest putting a ward here. That's the same thing goes for the other side, which would typically be this bush and this bush right here. So that's basically it. Other if you want to ward the other side or the side bushes as the opposite I did up here. But other than that, these are typically places that people would put wards. So if these suggestions helped you, if they didn't, I'm sorry. We'll try them out and see if they work for you. If you find one that's more beneficial, hey, write it down in the description. I'm sure I'll be able to help somebody out. So guys, thanks for watching as always. Like, subscribe, Destroyer out. I'm gonna go eat.